Joining me now is our Secretary of Labor, Eugene Scalia. Mr. Secretary, thank you for joining us today.
Britt, thank you. It's a pleasure.
Let me start. I know you know Judge Barrett going back a number of years, and I wanted you to just give us quickly how you would characterize her. What kind of person is she?
Well, she's a beloved teacher, a very respected scholar. I think she's shown herself to be a thoughtful jurist, and she's just a wonderful, warm, admirable human being as well. Mother to 7, mother to school-age children. She's a very impressive, delightful person. I think the American people, as they come to know her, are going to find her very admirable in so many ways.
Let's get to the question of her record then. It's now becoming clear, at least at the outset, that the issue on which she will be challenged by Democrats is health care, and particularly the Affordable Care Act, which is coming up for action by the Supreme Court at some point in the near future. The assertion is being made that she is likely to vote not to uphold the act and therefore put an end to it. What do you make of that claim?
It's a red herring, Britt. I think it reflects a bit of frustration on the part of the Democrats on how they might attack her nomination. She made a comment about the Affordable Care Act decision a number of years ago before she was a judge. It was a comment that a number of people made at the time. It's not a question that will be before the court in the case that's coming up. And there's absolutely zero reason to believe that Judge Barrett is somebody who does not have views about the importance of health care. As I said, she's a working mother to school-age children. She is the mother to a child with disability. The suggestion that she's opposed to health care is absurd.
Well, let me drill down a little bit farther on that question about the comment she made. What did she say about the Affordable Care Act, and I guess it was about John Roberts' decision in the case to treat the Affordable Care Act's penalties as a tax? What did she say exactly that you think is not likely to lead to a decision one way or the other?
I believe that she made the observation that it appeared that the Chief Justice had bent over backwards to twist the language of that statute to save its constitutionality. That was a criticism that a number of people made at the time. By the way, it was something that other people praised the Chief Justice for. A number of people said the Justice did the right thing by, in their view, going out of his way to save the statute. So it was a very common view at the time. I think the most important thing to know about Judge Barrett's jurisprudence is that she will go where the law takes her. Her view of judging is that any personal view she may have on health care or any other matter you can name is not relevant to determining what Congress wrote and what's in our Constitution. Her authority derives from those documents. She understands that, and she will follow the lead of the Constitution and its original meaning and the text of what Congress wrote.
I understand that the issue that will come before the court is whether the Affordable Care Act, with its tax or penalty, now zeroed out. So there's actually no actual monetary penalty for not having insurance. With that out, then how can it stand as a tax, correct?
I believe that's the question, Britt. But again, we're talking about an extraordinarily qualified person with a great record of achievement. And there's no single case by which you should judge her qualification for the court. She will be addressing cases for years, probably decades.
Understood. But let me just push you just a little further on this, if you don't mind, sir. If she believes that the idea that it was a tax, as articulated by the Chief Justice, was kind of far-fetched, why would we not then believe that when the issue came before the court with the tax zeroed out, that she wouldn't then say that the constitutional basis for demanding or ordering people to have health care, mandating health care, health insurance, I should say, is unconstitutional?
Because by the very fact that the tax no longer is there, the question whether it's a tax or not is moot. It's gone. It's a totally different case, Britt. And again, the fact that this is being raised shows that the Democrats are casting about for anything by which they might seek to oppose an exceptional nominee. The other thing I expect we may hear about is her faith, which, as you know, was something she was attacked for last time. The Democrats embarrassed themselves when they did it, but they've done it with other nominees. We had a nominee of the president to a court a little more than a year ago who was attacked for being a member of the Knights of Columbus, which is a Catholic organization, has existed for more than a century. And Senator Hirono of Hawaii and Senator Kamala Harris both attacked this man for being a member of the Knights of Columbus, which is just a Catholic organization that accepts Catholic faith. So I think we'll see all manner of criticisms, but it can't change the fact that she really is a wonderful person and exceptional nominee.
Well, very quickly then, speaking of organizations, she is said to be a member of a group called People of Praise, which is a kind of ecumenical Christian group that exists in many countries, has a number of members in this country. What do you know about People of Praise, and do you have any idea why people seem so afraid of that?
Well, it is, as you said, a Christian group that has spread about the world. It's one of any number of groups that Catholics associate themselves with to deepen their faith, deepen their spirituality, serve others. It's been suggested that because she's a member of this group, she may have a submissive view of women's role in society, which is ridiculous. This is an incredibly accomplished scholar, a teacher who won the Best Teacher Award 3 times at Notre Dame Law School. She's done amazing things. It's actually quite insulting to suggest that she has a submissive view of women's role in society, quite sexist. And by the way, that's not what her critics are worried about. They are worried not that she's meek and mild, but that she's a very thoughtful, articulate, learned judge who will be, I think, a wonderful addition to the court.
Mr. Secretary, thank you very much. Thanks for joining us today.